We are back. So, as we discussed in the last segment, it's time to make some gussets here. Now, there's a couple things to consider. This access door has to be able, well, to be accessed, because behind here is where the drive chain that goes from the hydro motor down to our final drive is housed. So there's a brake in there, as well as the chain itself. Brake is just a parking brake, but anyway, what I'm thinking of doing is mounting it like this, and then the one on this side mounting like this, and that should, am I saying that right? Mount one like that, and basically mount the other one like that. There we go. Because if you mount them like this, it's going to be way too wide, I believe. Yeah, way too wide. So, just grab one of these little handy magnets. Boy, that's powerful. Let's see what we can come up with here. Yeah, it needs to be on the other side, unfortunately. Tell you what, they're powerful until they're not. Goodness gracious. Alright, that's at least gonna get us close. 'Cause then, just basically take this. I don't know if that's gonna work. So look, this worked a lot better in my head. Oh boy. Maybe the whole project was like that, eh? I'm gonna see if I absolutely need. Maybe I'm doing this backwards. I'd really like it to, oh yeah. I think I might be doing it backwards. So we'll just, yeah, weld it on there like that. now we're on to basically a middle brace is what I'm picturing in my mind. I'm basically drawing this up as I go along. Then the second side's going to be much easier because we'll have a better idea what we're doing. But I think, yeah, majority of the weight's going to be here. That's going to be holding the torsion weight, if you will. So when it's, I guess you'd say, rocking back or trying to pivot back on this pivot point or fulcrum, if you will, I'd kind of like something in the middle. And here's what I'm thinking. This is a nice heavy mounting point. It used to be used for mounting the head on these. I'm going to cap that off. And what I mean by that, I went and made 2 of these just pieces of plate steel. They're 7.5 inches long. I believe that's 1/2 inch stock. Don't quote me on that. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's it's 1/2 inch stock. And that'll be just the right size to put a cap on that. Just like that. And I'll go ahead and weld that on both sides. Then I got a nice firm place to put another piece of tubing, weld it firmly to that. Haven't really, I think I'm just going to weld it right to the side just like that. So without further ado, let's get started welding. So, back here on another cold winter's night on the Hesston project. Trying to get some work done pretty much every night this week after I come home. We're getting ready to go into busy season at work, so anyway, kind of bring you up to speed on where I'm at. Hopefully you can hear me over my heater there. It's about the only way I can stand it out here. Kind of clear off the work area here. So here's what I got going on. I have some hash marks on here, and I'll bring you up to speed on what my thoughts are for those. I have an old Category 3 quick hitch that I've had sitting out in the fence row for a while. Biggest thing is on this one, these little latches down there, they're just getting worn out. It's gonna be fine for what I'm doing. What I'm gonna do, since this is going to be using a 3-point spray boom, why not use something that already has the dimensions right there? And I had it out in the scrap pile of all things, like the whole project. So what I'm gonna do is mount it right to our central bar that we've been building this whole project off of this far. So as you can see, I got all my welding done. I went and added these extra coupons. They're 1/2-inch steel, basically to bind this part of the frame together and bind it to the central bar. Did the same on this side. We got it all built up with weld, and also put on the bracketry on this side. So first things first, we got to figure out how high this thing needs to be on here. So I went out and already measured the spray boom. To get the boom at the lowest point that I want it to be, the pins need to be 16 inches off the ground. In addition, I need an additional 9 inches because of where the hydraulic cylinder is on that spray boom. Right now, this boom is raised about 9 inches off of the lowest point. So 16 plus 9 is 25 inches. That these need to be off the ground. So right now, these are 3 inches off the ground. So I need another 22 inches. So I know right now this is the top of this hitch is 23 inches off the ground. I need to add 22 inches to it. So that'll get me 45. This bar is at 44. I don't know if you can see that or not. So what I need to do, I mean, it's basically made for this. What I want to do is take this piece of angle iron, weld it onto that, and then weld this onto that. Now the reason I'm doing that is that angle iron will make it a lot easier to hold up there, being that that hitch is about 100 pounds. So now we got some more geometry that we gotta take into account. If I weld this on there, we're talking 5 inches. So 5 inches from the top. Puts the bottom basically an inch below that. So what does all that mean, right? Well, this is 6 inches. That's 5. That's 4. At the end of the day, it's plus 1 inch, minus 1 inch. This is just gonna be about an inch higher than where I intended. At any rate, I think it's time to start welding. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna get this big old slab of steel. That's 1/2 inch thick steel. This I also had laying in the angle iron scrap pile. In case any of you are wondering, I build tanks, you know, that's my day job. Not really. If anyone looked at my scrap pile, you'd think that, but I do not. Now that I just got myself flagged on YouTube. I do not build tanks. Well, I put spray tanks on here. I guess that counts as tanks, but anyway. Let's get this clamped up. Oop, went a little too far. Didn't go far enough. There we go. Alright. Now comes the fun part. Make sure that's straight. Actually, that's about as straight as you're gonna get. Make sure we use our carpentry square on the top. Okay. Right on the money. So let's weld. got my heater on because it is a cold winter's day. But now I don't know if you could see in that that video that I took earlier when we were setting this on here, but we hit a snag. It's on for all intents and purposes. However, the snag that we hit, I think I just got too excited when we had, you know, 1,500 pounds out here torquing on that. Well, that was just a recipe for disaster. And when we started letting down on the forks, our quick hitch wanted to do this. It started wanting to torque the, I don't know if it was actually torquing the angle iron that we welded on, or if it was actually torquing the weld bead itself. But at the end of the day, it was, she was twisting. With the help of some hydraulic jacks, we got it pretty well squared up. As you can see down there, we got 2 jacks on either side. We need to get this welded solid before the end of the day. So, the way these Hestons were built, they have this piece of undercarriage here that intersects with the side frame here. This is what used to mount the header. And as luck would have it, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's a 45-degree angle. So, thank you, Hesston engineers. Hesston, Fiat, whatever. Whoever engineered it, you're awesome. I never thought I'd say that about an engineer, but good job, buddy. You did good. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this over to the bandsaw and lop this off at a 45. I just roughed that on there. I'm gonna take a note of this measurement here just so that the other side is identical. So let's do that. Let's go get our tape. Actually, I think I just thought of something else that I want to do. I think I'm gonna cut this 45 off the other side. You'll see why in a minute. Right there. That way they look the same. I don't know if it matters, but that'll give me a chance to. I'm just gonna go 1 inch off the bottom. Alright, so I'm gonna show you what I did here. I'm gonna take you in. I don't know if you can see that or not. But basically all I did is I took a piece of this 4x square tubing, went from the chassis of the swather down at a 45-degree angle and met with the back of the 3-point quick hitch. So I'm thinking that should take all of our torque out of it. I did this on one side, and I didn't document it. I apologize. I just wanted to get this thing welded together and make sure that that I had it done. Before I went ahead and started doing a bunch of documenting. So let's take a look at the other side, and maybe you can kind of see what I did and how I pieced this together. Yeah. 4x square tubing. I mean, if that don't support it, I don't know what will. We're in bigger problems. And then what I did at the back end of it is I put 2 pieces of angle that came down on either side. You can kind of see it up in there. That way I could have more weld surface area. I also put a piece of plate steel on this side. Nothing fancy, just out of the scrap pile. As you can see, it's not even cut straight. Had a little issue with my bandsaw. Nobody's really gonna see it. I got a piece of 1/4-inch plate that I'm gonna sit there. This plate that I just used to demonstrate actually goes under the 3-point hitch to hold it all in place while I weld. I don't know if you saw it on the other side, what I'm talking about. Right in there, you can see where I got the thinner piece of plate steel. I think that's 1/8 inch or 5/16, one of the two. It's out of the scrap bin. Welded to the bottom of the 3-point hitch, and then welded to the actual square tubing is that thicker 1/4-inch piece of flat steel. And then I just welded everything together, and hopefully that does it. Hopefully. Now this had a chance to cool. By that I mean 10 minutes. Still wouldn't want to touch it. You'll see why I put that tab down there the way I did. See there, look at that. Sits right in there on that tab for tab. Now I just gotta maneuver it into place. Cut some more pieces of angle for up there. And then just keep welding. Got the welding done. Now as I'm letting that cool down a little bit, you can see here I got this brace in. I mean, not much to see. It's not that exciting, but hopefully that does the trick and keeps that hitch from flexing. So while we wait for that to cool a little bit, I'm going to put the second tank bracket on. As you can see, it's nice and corroded. It's one of the reasons I took the tanks out. Was so that I could clean up the brackets and paint them. And also it's easier to maneuver. Well, they're lining up. That's always a good sign. Now, from what I remember on the other side, this is fun. Oh, yeah. You know, YouTube viewer, you could help. And of course it sticks on something. Right there, at the front. Oh, not good. Whew, try that again. It's warped just enough to cause a pain in the butt. Doesn't seem to be misaligned. What I mean by misaligned is, seems like I at least have the proper dimensions. Yeah. Whew. Just gotta get it going in there straight. I guess that's what's hanging it up. Nothing on the inside. All right, let's try that again. Feel free to help. Hey, hey, there you go. See, you guys are helping me out there. Yeah, sure you are. Now I have gone crazy, right? Whew. Man, I don't want to know how much this weighs. Oh yeah, that door can, there's plenty of room. Good deal. She just needs to go in a little bit further, but I think we'll use the BFH for that. Actually, that works just as well. But I'm tired. So, we're gonna get the hammer. Whew. Man, I don't know, I think you guys helped me. I really do. Nope, we were getting further doing this. Man, I just gotta take a break every couple of minutes. This is ridiculous. I can't imagine taking these on and off. We are making progress though. Aye. Doesn't really do much. As much as the wiggling, but there it is. There it is. In all the way. Whew. Yep. There it is. Got to have a saddle tank there. Then our other saddle tank there. All right, now time for the big moment of truth. See if I know how to weld. I don't know if I do. Ding. Nothing broke. Down in there. Hey, I know how to weld. Ow. Whew. Pink. Yeah. No. That wouldn't be funny. Well, that's a way to spend a Saturday right there. Oh, man. Tell you what, though, I am liking it. Definitely gives off a Gleaner, white combine, spray coupe, Haggy vibe. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if I made the right decision or not, but at least we got that far. So that's a good point to stop for the day. Remember, if you like what you're seeing, give us a like and a subscription. That'd be awesome. I'm hoping to keep, well, I'm gonna upload this whole project for sure, but I really hope to, as we go into the spring, upload a bunch of more videos showing all the farm operations around here. So, for what it's worth, it's just kind of a fun way to relieve some stress at the end of the day, at the end of tax season.